another one.
Back for another one.
I'm cheesing and I'm rubbing my hands. That means we're in for a treat today. But then again, when are we never in for a treat when we drop a video?
You gotta get the merch.
Come on.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is murder season. Murder season. Come on, black and red, spooky season. It's almost that time, man.
I started to put on the black leather gloves too with the hoodie, man.
Yo.
It'd only be fitting. We already walking around with masks, got the black hoodie. Come on,
murder season. Or you could just go click on that link in the description below. And then, go check the website out and you would know what we got. You know what I'm saying? Go, but before I go crazy about the merch, today is something really, really special. Today we always do, some really good albums and stuff like that. We always do some classics. The one, the only Queensbridge finest, Mr. Nas. Nas, not Lil Nas X. I'm not talking about that Nas. I'm talking about Esco, Illmatic. I'm talking about the Illmatic one. I'm talking about what used to be the Chip Tooth Kid. I'm talking about Mr. Wavy, never had a bad day looking lazy. I have my bars too. We're gonna do Illmatic, the debut of Nas. Illmatic, his studio album debut.
Yo, Nas, yo, what the fuck is this bullshit on the radio, son? Shit, you know what I'm saying? But when it's real, you doing this even without a record contract, you know what I'm saying? What is it, man? You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't listen, man. Representing is Illmatic.
So, the other dude talking with Nas is actually his brother, Jungle. That's Jungle on the track. You know, once we start diving into more Nas, or for all you Nas fans out there, y'all know exactly who Jungle is. That's Nas's real life blood brother. How cool is that? You know what I'm saying? You have your brother on your intro album. That tells me a lot, that all I need to know. He got his own brother. And he's talking about light the Phillies up, hurry up then, and then talk about drinking Hennessy, and no chaser, And the song that was playing during the intro,
Live at the Barbecue. That was Nas's real introduction into the world of hip hop. Where he's a streets disciple. My raps are trifle. I shoot slugs from my brain just like a rifle. Stampede the stage.
I leave the microphone split. Play Mr. Tuffy while I'm on some pretty tone shit. It was when he was 12, he went to hell for snuffing Jesus.
He went to hell for snuffing Jesus. That shit right there was like, yo, come on, man. What are you doing?
Almost guarantee you nobody was talking like that. Nobody was talking like that.
And that opened the eyes for everybody to Nas.
When you was 12, you went to hell for snuffing Jesus? Verbally, I'm iller than the AIDS patient.
Man.
That's all in the same verse, mind you. Like that, he put that in the intro, the Genesis. That's the name of the intro, the Genesis. So that's a Bible reference, because the Genesis means the beginning. That's pretty deep right there. After the Live at the Barbecue was playing, then you hear the old school disco sound, the 70s sound. That's from a movie.
Yeah, Wild Style. 1983 movie. One of my favorite movies. That was the hardest sample for him to clear too.
Really?
Yeah. It took a lot for him to clear that sample.
I'm glad they did clear it, because it made sense.
The Genesis and then that, yeah.
Straight out the fucking dungeons of rap. But fake niggas don't make it back. Rappers are monkey flipping with the funky rhythm I be kicking. Musician, inflicting composition. Thinking of Castro, Buddha and shelter. Whenever frustrated, I'm a hijack Delta. In the PJs, I got so many rhymes, I don't think I'm too sane. Life is parallel to hell, but I must maintain.
What just happened? That wasn't a song, that was a massacre.
The picture of how New York was at that time too. Everything that he talked about was what was happening in New York. From that bass says trying to sell broken amps, because they had to get their fix, and they stealing shit, selling anything to get that money up to get their shit.
That was this dude dropped out of school in what, 8th grade? Was it 8th grade he dropped out of school and he just made that? It's called NY State of Mind.
Exactly.
And he just broke down New York.
Every word for word, man.
Be having dreams that I'm a gangster, drinking Moet, holding texts.
Making sure the cast came correct.
He ran like a cheetah with thoughts of an assassin. That's poetry. I ran like, think about that line. I ran like a cheetah with thoughts of an assassin. You're running as fast as a cheetah because cheetahs can go 70 miles per hour. And then, but thoughts of an assassin, you're thinking to kill. Because a cheetah, when the cheetah's running after you, they're looking to get you. That's deep. The way you just even started off the song, you know, with straight out the fucking dungeons of raps where fake niggas don't make it back. The way you just start that off lets you know what is he talking about. And then he proceeds to rap, and it's like, that's what he's talking about. Oh, he's from the dungeons of rap. Meaning that he's built for this. This is what he does. It don't get much realer than that.
Bullet holes left in my peephole. Suited up in street clothes.
I'll defeat foes. Y'all know my stilo. Whenever frustrated, I'ma hijack Delta. You know how big that is?
What this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and all. You know what I'm saying? Yo, then what, man? What?
So got in us, cause all of us turn to sinners. Now some resting in peace and some are sitting innocent. Waiting for keeping it real back and still getting high. Cause life's a bitch and then you die.
I woke up early on my born day. I'm 20 as a blessing. The essence of adolescence leaves my body now fresh.
Life's a bitch. Whoever says life's supposed to be easy, they're lying to you. Life can be a bitch for everybody. Don't matter if you're middle class, poor, even rich. Life can be a bitch. And then you do eventually die. That is our fate. We all gonna die eventually. But you never know when you're gonna go. For most cases, life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie. Because you never know when you're gonna go. They sitting here telling you they smoke this weed because they don't know when they're gonna die, so they just live in the moment. You know, so Nas's father is actually a jazz musician, and he put his dad on the second track. So the dude playing the saxophone at the end is actually Nas's father. And AZ is a close friend of Nas, you know, and AZ gets the first verse. And what if you got that blessing of being the only feature on the album, you gotta come correct, and AZ don't miss.
Realizing the realism in life and nationality. Both is the baddest. It's personal status. It depends on salary.
Nas comes in with his verse. I'm just 20 years of blessing.
Cemented himself as the greatest of all, one of the greatest of all time at 20.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
You usually have to have a career. And then after your career, or during the late stages of your career, you be mentioned as one of the greatest of all time. But he did that.
The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine. I sip the dark. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? I'm out for presidents to represent me. Say what? I'm out for you get tackled. I'm caught by the devil's lasso. Shit is a hassle. And I'm amped up. They lock the champ up. Even my brains in handcuffs.
Go see the music video for this song. Music video for this World Is Yours. Tough video. Love that music video. He shouts out Ill Will. Ill Will was a childhood friend of Nas. You know, as we dive more into Nas, you're gonna hear about Ill Will, you know, to the point where there was even a short-lived record company called Ill Will Records. You know, and Ill Will, childhood friend of Nas, who unfortunately, you know, died, you know, due to violence, you know, a gunshot. And that impacted Nas a lot, and you hear it a lot in his music. So I believe in the second verse he says, Ill Will, God bless your life, until my niggas in Queens, God bless your life. You know, at the end of the song he says, the foundation. That's where he's from. But before Illmatic was a thing, Queens was a laughing stock. You know, Queens didn't get respect because KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions, they kind of clown Queens pretty bad. You know, when there is an old 80s battle, Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One, Scott LaRock, with the Juice Crew, more specifically MC Shan and Marley Marl. You know, and that was a whole battle that we're eventually gonna get into, you know, when we dive into that. But, you know, KRS, you know, the bridge is over, South Bronx, and then the bridge is over, and then, you know, he basically gives props to almost every borough. More specifically, he's giving the major props to South Bronx. KRS is from South Bronx. He basically says, and Queensbridge keeps on faking it. You know, Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it, Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it. And ever since then, Queens has been taken as a joke, you know, compared to every other borough. Nas comes out with Illmatic. Now it's like, you better start putting respect on Queens' name. This album saved the borough. He's letting you know how it is for him in NY, more specifically in Queensbridge, and how he's beefing with public housing and things is going on. All you have to do is just listen. And then you'll get everything you need to know about the songs. All you have to do is just listen. If you haven't heard it, just listen, and he paints the pictures in your head. Now, he's letting you know that the world is yours. He's letting you know you could do whatever you want to do, you know, to make it. You can do whatever you want to do. That's straight up positivity. He's uplifting you. He's building you up with this song right here.
Yeah, what I love about the song is I think about it in, like, when he performs this song and he gets to this chorus and he asks the crowd, whose world is this? And then he could tell the crowd, yo, the world is yours. And the crowd can respond back, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And that you can live that too, cause that's like inspirational music right there. Cause he wiping the sweat off his head. So that's the summertime.
Summertime.
Only New York niggas is gonna wear some Timbs in the summertime.
Yup. Suede Timbs on my feet makes my cipher complete. He's like, yo, I'm out. Now I'm out. You know, I'm out the house. This is what I'm looking like. Come on, man. That's what I was like, just right there, how you know that it was summertime, just off the sweat off my head. Spit the phlegm on the streets.
You couldn't catch me in the streets without a ton of reefer. That's like Malcolm X catching a jungle fever.
Nas, why did you do it?
You know you got the mad fluid when your prime is halftime. Back in '83, I was an MC sparking, but I was too scared to grab the mic
in the parks and
putting hits on
5-0. Cause when it's my time to go,
I wait for God with the flow from.
So many quotables with this song
So
right
many
here.
quotables,
He
man.
said, I wear chains that excite the feds, putting hits on 5-0, cause when it's my time to go, I wait for God with the fofo.
Ooh.
Yo,
Ow.
what was his beef with God, yo? You talking about when he was talking with the help and stuff with Jesus, he waiting for God with the fofo? No, I'm off that with you, Nas.
I'm not too much of a believer in him, man. That's basically what he's telling me.
Yo,
I'm not too much of a believer.
He's
Oh, I don't like they ways. Like, yo, I don't like how, like, life's a bitch, man. It's your fault.
Yeah. Yo, man had a lot of questions, you know, and he had a lot of anger, and he had a lot of like, yo, this is what I see every day, and shit don't make sense, B. He was, in 1983, he's letting you know what happened to him in 1983. He used to go to the parks, you know, and he was scared to rap in front of people because he thought niggas wouldn't understand. And now current time, he raps on every jam. When he raps on every jam, he's the fucking man. You know?
There's so many of his bars that's nostalgic, because in '83 he's talking about rapping in the parks. That's when they used to have the jams. They used to have the block parties and shit like that. DJs come out, they play records, they cook out, they feed the kids. It was great back then. So it was nostalgic. I know he had me going to the library trying to find out who Marcus Garvey was. It's crazy about Halftime. Large Professor offered it to Busta Rhymes.
Oh,
Busta Rhymes turned it down. So thank you, Busta Rhymes.
Thank you, Busta Rhymes.
This right here.
Yo, honestly, in 1994, no disrespect to you, Busta Rhymes, I don't know if Busta Rhymes would have did this beat justice in 1994 compared to later on in his career, because he didn't develop that slow style yet.
You know what I'm saying? On and on and on and on and on and, you know what I'm saying? Big non-official, that whole coolie tie. I dropped out of coolie high. Yeah, the rock, cocaine, cutie pie. Jump, let me trip down memory lane. Coming out of Queensbridge. One for the money, two for pussy and foreign girls. Three for Alizé niggas deceased behind bars.
That's one of those joints that just make you knock your head back and forth, back and forth. That beat is super nostalgic for me. When I hear that, when I heard Memory Lane, just right off rip, I got excited. I felt like I was 5 years old again, because that song was played a lot in my childhood. Because that's one of my dad's favorites, and my dad loved that song Memory Lane because he liked the organ sound. Because my dad is into music and he liked that organ sound, so he used to mimic the And I used to hear it all the time, and I used to like that because my dad had the Illmatic on CD. You know, because my dad used to, back when CDs was an actual thing, before everything became digital. So my dad had the CD of Illmatic, and every time we'd have a barbecue, he would always play, you know, switch the CDs up. He would always play Illmatic, but he would always play Memory Lane, take the CD out and then put something else in. So he used to burn the hell out of that song. He's taking you back. He's taking it back. So now he's rapping from a childhood perspective. Instead of what's going on currently, he's rapping about what happened, like, I'm gonna say like 10 years, even 15 years prior. And he's explaining, and as each verse goes on, he's getting more and more in depth, you know? And then at the end, he takes it back to the current times. So it's sort of like in the movies, when you're sitting down, you have a throwback memory, and then the flashback, and then you come back and you're back in the current day. That's what he just did verbally. He just did that verbally. That's so dope to me. I love this song. I love this song with a passion.
Yeah, I can remember that shit vividly. First time hearing Illmatic, it was actually on tape. It was on tape. Bootleg too. Cause we went to several stores. Nobody had it. Nobody had it. We knew about it because the streets was talking about it. Nobody had it. Nobody had it. We went. I think the Wiz was out then. They ain't have it. Best Buy, they ain't have it. A couple of locals. Nobody had it. But it was a DJ. I don't know. Y'all know Ron G.
Yo, yeah, represent Ron G. Represent Ron G. Damn.
Had it. It was his. He had a mixtape where the whole mixtape was Illmatic.
Oh shit! So we had that.
So that's how I heard it.
Okay.
Off of the bootleg.
Shit.
And the bootleg was actually Nas' fault though.
Oh, was it?
It was Nas' fault because Nas recorded it so his friends could hear it.
The source had major props at that time, and you know
he got 5 mics off for this one.
You didn't just get 5 mics. No one just got 5 mics.
It was tough to get 5 mics.
And he got 5 mics on his debut, so people knew about, and all the top people in the game read the source, so they clearly knew who this guy was. So the numbers didn't speak. So if the industry's like you're hot, you know the streets was like you're hot. But the numbers didn't speak because it was a lot of bootlegging going on.
Yeah, the bootleg.
So that sucker cost Nas a lot of money.
Yeah, it had to be that one sucker, man.
Fucking black, no time for looking back, it's done. Plus, congratulations, you know you got a son. I heard he looks like you. But yo, guess who got shot in the Dome Beach? Jerome's niece on the way home from Jones Beach's club. But now with Elmira, better chill with them niggas will put that ass on fire.
And so his man's is locked up, and he got a baby mom. She's not loyal. Nas confronts her, is like, yo, you should go visit him. She gets all hyper. That's when Nas realized, okay, she's not loyal. And then she hanging out with the fake crew that hates you. So the crew that hates you, you're locked up, she hanging with. She's for the streets, bro. She not a loyal one. Left $500 in his commissary. You was my nigga when push came to shove. One what? One love. Hates when his mom's cries. Says it makes him wants to kill. Makes him wants to murder. For real. He even has a mask and gloves to bust slugs. He'll even do it. It's not just words, he'll even do it. Third verse, you know, he sees his little kid, you know, trying to make his way up the ranks. He sees his little kid trying to make his way up the ranks. He's down the wrong path. Nas tries to school on some game. Wipes the blunt ashes from his clothes.
Yeah, man, I try to school and tell him, don't let them niggas fool you.
Yo. But the little boy ultimately didn't want to listen. You know, ultimately didn't want to listen. Nas was trying to drop gems, and people have their own agendas. You know, and that's just great storytelling. He's just basically explaining what goes around in his life, what he sees, and what he's seeing.
Nas had went to his class professor, and he was like, "You think Q-Tip will be on this song?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" He asked about you the other day, and it actually ended up recording this shit inside Fife's basement.
Well, that's a nice piece of history right there.
Hey, yo, nah, what up, get that fucking rhyme. Check it out. Your crew, Hobbs, I'm prepared to bomb troops. Y'all niggas was born.
I shot my way out my mom's dudes.
Fuck all that, man.
Right.
What up, niggas? How y'all?
It's nasty, the villain.
I'm still writing rhymes,
But besides that, I'm chilling.
my brain is incarcerated.
Oh, man.
Live video.
And just this, Nas has quotables throughout this whole album, but the way he says, y'all niggas was born, I shot my way out my mom's dukes. Wow, when he was 10, he was a hip hop shorty wop, known for grabbing microphones and twisting up a 40 top. What's wrong with him? You know, it's just like, you know, he's like, I'm new on the rap scene, brothers never heard of me, but still I'm a menace show, police wanna murder me.
How he's telling them, yo, get into that gangster shit. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
He like, right.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? How y'all? It's Nasty the villain. I love that aspect. That
It's real.
yo,
It's
man.
real. It's realistic.
It's
as
like
hell.
they sitting on a bench and they just having a conversation, and he's like, yo.
The way he starts out the verse, he's talking about he sits down, watches a movie, and roots for the villain.
And any day could be your last in the jungle. Get ready on the hunt. Won't even run about guards. I don't believe in none of that shit. Your facts are backwards. Nas is the rebel of the brutalizer, accelerator. The type of nigga that be pissing in your elevator. Some fat, this is what it's about. Before the BDP conflict with MC Shan. Around the time with Shantae, just the real Roxanne.
Yo, come to Queensbridge, motherfucker. Yeah.
Before the BDB conflict
With MC Shan, around the time of Shantae, just the real Roxanne. So we touched on that earlier. I said BDP, Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One, Scott LaRock, MC Shan, the whole thing which the battle which made Queensbridge look pretty bad. Queens in general, the whole borough looked bad. You know, Nas touches on that. You know, Roxanne, Shantae, the 80s, man. That's classic. 87 to be exact. And you know, he's representing. He's representing. He gives the shout outs to everybody at the end of the song. And he's the school dropout. He never liked this shit from day one. You know, he let it be known. This nigga raps with a razor under his tongue. You know, how do you do that?
And this is the second version too.
This is the second version. There's an original version.
Yeah, he heard. He was listening to the rest of the shit on the album, and he said, "Nah, I'm gonna do a different version to fit the album a little better." Self-explanatory. It ain't hard to tell, man.
Sparkle like a diamond, sneaker Uzi on the island, and my army jacket lining it.
Nas is like the Afro situation, F-man, F-amazing. It ain't hard to tell. I kick a skill like Shaquille holds a pill. Y'all, you should know this by now. Come on. Nas's rap should be locked in a cell. It ain't hard to tell.
Oh, it was hard to tell for Russell Simmons, because Russell Simmons passed up on signing him.
Russell Simmons, I never liked you to begin with. I never really liked Russell Simmons to begin with, because I always thought he was overrated. Yeah, you get your props for what you did into the game, but I always thought you was overrated. And Def Jam, I was never a big Def Jam guy anyway. I'm capping, I was, but I'm not at the same time. My mind was elsewhere. How do you pass up on Nas?
How do you pass up on Nas?
Russell Simmons, how do you pass up on... Everybody that's passed up on Nas, you have bad taste. I don't care what you've done, you have bad taste in my eyes. How you pass up on the GOAT? What's my score for this album? Bing. Bing. What does that say? 10. 10 out of 10. Bing. Right? I got that out the way. That's my score. 10 out of 10. Because what else am I going to give this album? I'm not going to give it a 9. It's not getting no 8. It's not getting a 7. It's getting a 10. Straight up. If I could do more, I would give this album more.
Plus.
You know? If I could, it would. This is the quintessential hip-hop album. This is, what did J. Cole refer to this? He said Pac was like Jesus and Nas wrote the Bible.
Wrote the Bible.
This is hip-hop's Bible.
This is hip-hop's Bible.
Nas is inspirational to a lot of people. Illmatic touched a lot of people. And Illmatic gets the praise it deserves, but I feel like it deserves even more. Surprisingly.
Way more.
Nas killed this shit. Killed this shit.
Track for track.
Normally I give you a top 3. I'm not even gonna give you a top 3. I'm just gonna give you my favorite song.
It's no way to do a top 3 in this.
I can't do a top 3.
You can't do a top 3. You can't do a top 5. Man.
I got one that's already my favorite. Represent. That's my favorite. And that wasn't easy for me to say, but Represent is what I'm feeling right now. Represent is my favorite. I'm gonna give the nod to Represent. That's my favorite.
I can't even give you a favorite, man.
That's hard.
It's tough, man. It's tough because so many of them, they own.
It's cohesiveness, you know? And this was the beginning of the legendary career we know as Nas. You know what I'm saying? So we already stepped foot into the journey now. I'm looking forward to the second album. I believe it was written. So that's really gonna be some when we get to that. That's gonna be some. I'm excited. And yeah, man. Illmatic, man, we did it. We did it.
10 out of 10, boy.
10 out of 10. We did it. We did it. Yeah, this was dope. I had fun with this.
10 out of 10 with a whole bunch of pluses after this.
If I could, I'll get, you know what? You get a golden 10. I'm gonna give you a golden 10. Well, the 10's already golden, but you know what I mean. The 10's is gonna be extra golden.
Yeah, yo.
Extra golden. You get, you know, like when the lunch lady has a favorite student, you get some extra macaroni, baby. Yeah, you get some of that. Yeah. So that concludes this video. Illmatic. We did it. It's in the books. Nas, thank you, Nas. Always, definitely go get yourself some merch too. You know, please go get yourself some merch. I'm looking at the numbers. I see some of y'all's copping for real. Thank you, I appreciate the love. But go cop some more. We got some we got the fall winter line coming out. You're gonna see soon enough what I mean by that. And then on top of that, thank you for the support. Thank you for this. Thank you for the views. Thank you for everything, man. Just thank you for the journey. This is fun. This is fun.
Comment, like, subscribe,
all that.
Hit that notification so every time he drop one, you know.
Come on, do that. Show me some love. I'm showing y'all love. Show me some love. God, man, I don't be asking for much. Come on. Damn. Thank you, though. The video, share the video. And if you didn't subscribe yet, feel free to press that subscribe button and tap that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.
Yeah.
Please don't. Because I would hate for it to drop something hot and then you missed it. But the beauty is it's on YouTube, so you can watch it at any time. But it'll make your job a whole lot easier if you just tap that bell, subscribe, do us that favor. You know. So thank you for the support, thank you for the love. You know, we growing, and most importantly, the most important fact, we having fun. That's the fun. That's the fun part. Thank you, everybody. I wish everybody a safe, wonderful day. I'm gonna have hopefully a safe, wonderful day. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you have a safe, wonderful day. Hopefully we all have a safe, wonderful day. Blessings to everybody. And we're gonna catch everybody at the next video. Once again, thank you for the support. I can't thank you guys enough.
One love.
One love.